Yes, my name is Xavier Walton, but everybody calls me Coach X. It's easier to remember, and I coach the Illinois Xcitement girls basketball. I started Illinois Xcitement back in May of 2004, so this started our 7th year, or this past May, I believe. It started our 7th year. I'm actually, Illinois Xcitement started, it branched off from a grammar school that I was actually working at. So I started a girls basketball team at that school and a boys basketball team because they didn't have any extracurricular activities. And it was actually the grammar school that I attended as a youth. And then I was like, well, I need something for these boys and girls to do in the summer. So I decided, okay, what can they do? I found out that there were leagues and things that happened in the summer for girls to be able to play basketball. And so like I said, we started with a boys team, but that only lasted for 2 months. And then we remained a girls program. Right now, Xcitement starts, we actually have a 3rd and a 4th grader who practice and train with us. And we have a 6th grade team, a 7th grade team, an 8th grade team, a 9th grade team, a 10th grade team, and 11th grade team. So this spring we have 6 teams. Like I said, we have 40 plus girls that are going to be freshmen in the fall of this school year, or they're sophomores and juniors that of course will be juniors and seniors next year. So my whole purpose is I hope that the experiences that we can give them by practicing twice a week, playing in-state and out-of-state because we are a travel program, gives them opportunities to play against girls from other areas so they can challenge themselves physically and both mentally by not playing against the same kids that they see in Illinois basically throughout high school. And I believe that, club basketball helps lead to girls playing other elite players more than just per se on a high school. You could have 2 or 3. But if you're playing an elite club team, basically you expect that there will be 7 to 8 girls that are just as talented. So players get an opportunity to push themselves a little bit more than a typical high school.
My name is Brandon, of course, and I go to Marion Catholic High School. And when I come from Xcitement and I go to high school, it helps me. I'm more crisp, with my dribbling and everything. I'm a point guard, so it helped me be crisp and never, lacking off on anything.
Well, different lessons, yeah. I think basketball related, as I mentioned in the last statement. The typical high school team nowadays for girls may have, again, like I said, 2 to 3 girls that are probably legitimate Division I prospects. Meaning if I'm only playing against another team that only has 2 or 3, I might not have to work as hard as I do if I'm playing on an elite level club basketball team where after I get past the first defender, there's another young lady waiting for me. So I think club basketball definitely can push the girls to realize if they're going to have the opportunity to go to college, it is not going to be as easy as it may be on some of their high school. In general, I think, club basketball can really help a young lady's career if she has the ability and the game and, of course, the academics to go to the next level. Because in club basketball nowadays with the young ladies, they play in college exposure event. There's one week in April, and then the whole month of July basically is an opportunity for them to play in front of college coaches. And you can get 200 to 300 college coaches at one tournament. Per se, if you're in a high school team, you're not going to get 300 college coaches to watch any young lady on the same day. It just doesn't happen like that. It's more cost efficient for college coaches to go to club tournaments. So that right there is a big benefit to help advance a young lady's career, again, if she has the ability and the game to do that. Also, to help advance a young lady's career, if she is playing other girls from other states, that's an opportunity. Let's say if she's playing a girl that's in the rankings of, in the top 20 players in the country, per se, and she gets to play against one of those girls and she does real well, then that will show everybody that, hey, this young lady from the Chicagoland area is just as talented as the kid from New York, who we may think is one of the top 20 players in the country. So definitely can help advance your career if you play well in a club game.
My name is Shanae Reed, and I go to Ridge Central High School. You get a lot of college exposure, and you get to play with different people instead of just your high school team. There's more competition out there.
Well, again, every club director and president or head coach is a little bit different. Me personally, when the young ladies try out for the team or they come back for a new season, I want to see their transcripts, especially the new young ladies that I don't know anything about them academically, because it gives me a sense to know what type of player am I possibly working with. I remember something my dad told me as he coached, smart athletes are the best athletes because it's a little bit easier to explain your offensive systems or defensive systems. So I asked for transcripts, and basically my thing thing is, if a college coach becomes interested in one of my kids, I don't want to be able to tell them, well, I don't know what kind of grade she get, because I'm a teacher myself, so I've been in the education field for quite some time, and I want to see the girls' grades. And then this also lets me know, should I really be emphasizing basketball to a young lady? Because if I were to spend all this time with basketball, and then she gets ready to graduate and then finds out she couldn't pass the ACT, she doesn't even have the correct GPA to receive an athletic scholarship, I'll feel bad on myself that I wasted her time and her parents' time without even knowing she wasn't even eligible to be accepted into a school. So when it comes to me and my team, grades are very important. And our cumulative team GPA for high school is 3.78. I just took, of course, all of the kids' GPAs and averaged them. So we have a very high GPA.
Hi, my name is Georgia Danos, and I go to Richards High School in Oklahoma. Yes, because my coach, Coach X, he's really like on top of your grades and stuff, and he wants you to have a high GPA, and he always emphasizes that it's colleges, your grades are just as important as how you play.
Well, when I first transitioned to the high school level, I had a bunch of girls from Bogan High School. They did real well in the city state playoffs. Now we have a couple girls from Marist High School. We have girls that come from as far as Homer Flossmoor. I think we have 8 girls that will be attending Homer Flossmoor next year. I have 2 young ladies from Morgan Park. That used to be a great school of mine. Last season, of course, 4 girls are now seniors, so they couldn't play with us. So we had 6 girls from Morgan Park. And then we just have Marian Catholic. We have 2 from Marian Catholic right now. We've had a young lady from Lincoln Way East and West before, and North on our team now, and last year. So I have a core area that I pull from. Well, we are a true travel program, meaning I take our teams and we leave the entire state. We do play basically we have 13 tournaments basically from the spring till the end of July. And I want to typically say maybe 5 are in-state. The other 8 are out of state, because I want my players to know what it feels like to travel, to stay in a hotel, to have to eat right, to have a curfew, because of course when these young ladies are at home and we play a tournament on a Saturday, they're with their parents and they typically will go to bed whenever they choose. But at least if I'm at a hotel and we're away and out of town, I can give the girls a curfew bed check time where they have to be in their room. Of course, they can stay up late, but at least they're in their rooms in the bed resting, and hopefully being in the bed will put you to sleep a lot sooner. So I definitely love the travel part of our program. For instance, in the month of May, we went out of, there was 5 weekends in May we went out of town. We'll be going out of town 4 out of 5 weekends in the month of May. So that's wear and tear, as I told the young ladies, but it also should prepare them that during the week, they should be just basically eating, doing their schoolwork, and resting, which is typically what the young ladies that are going to be blessed and fortunate enough to go to college and play basketball are going to do. As they say, eat, sleep, and drink basketball. And of course, go to school when you're not doing that. But so I try to make sure they understand the effects of how being on a traveling team can get them ready for college. I've been told, I'm sure it's under 5%, that of all the teams in the country in America that play, less than 5% will probably have the opportunity to go and play basketball. Now here, we've been actually fortunate to have a high percentage of numbers. My first graduating class of high school kids was 2009, and we only had 2 juniors, but both of them went away to college to Division I schools. That previous year would have been a 2010 class. We had 6 juniors. All 6 of them had Division I scholarships. So for my first 2 years, I was batting 1,000, as they would say. And then our most recent class was 2011, and we had 15 graduates. And out of that 15, 11 are going on to play college basketball. I think it's a real good idea because it allows the players to continue to play basketball all year round. Just like in schoolwork, when the teachers give students book reports to do in the summer or papers, the educational process is teachers want education to stay on the kids' minds. So for those young ladies that really take basketball serious, they really need to be playing travel basketball. So they can get game experience as well as get practice in. Because we typically know there's only a select small few of youth, adults, and teenagers that can actually do something on their own. whether that's a football player, an academic person. Everyone needs to be pushed. And it benefits young ladies to finish their high school season and be with a coach, and then take a couple weeks off to rest their bodies, and then transition to club basketball to be pushed again. So definitely huge benefits in that area.
Excitement can benefit me in my college career by getting to D1 college. So that's my main goal where I want to achieve.